All right, what is up, guys? We have season 34, war number 7, I believe. We are facing Netfli. Sounds like Netflix to me. That's kind of funny. They have a cool alliance name. I kind of like it. I think they've been good for a few seasons now. Just checking out the map here. I am taking path 2, Annihilus, section 1, and then path 8, section 1, and then path 8, section 2 as well. And then I have one mini. It's the Falter node, which is actually kind of a complicated node, but we'll go over that later. So I'm one of the designated Quakers now. I got away from it for a couple seasons. Quaking makes me feel like this guy. I don't know, I just don't enjoy quaking, but it works, and I feel like I'm decent at it. So here, path 8, it has rich get richer. So I'm starting out with this Annihilus, and here it's, what is it? Whoever has more buffs, I think it's passive furies, but then when he throws a special, they go away. So I'm glad I didn't miss a parry here, because I don't think he threw a special for a while. Here I'm just trying to get all my boosts and make sure my masteries are set. That's one of the big things in high master wars, as I'm sure it's the case of any wars that people care about. You want to make sure you have the right masteries and boosts and things like that. So anyway, so you'll see in this fight, it's kind of interesting with this Annihilus. His furies get built up pretty high, so if I would have missed a parry, I would have been in trouble. Thankfully with Annihilus, you can use a white mag's pre-fight because Archangel is metal, and it puts a passive stun on him, so you don't have to worry about him going unblockable. If you have the obliteration or whatever that is. He threw a heavy there in the very beginning. I hate it when they do that. I used a power start 1 here because I'm running low on invulnerability boost, and I wasn't that worried about this fight. As you can see, his furies are going up here. He's at 5, passive 6, 7. So had I missed a parry, I would have been really in trouble. Now he's up to 10. I throw my special 2. Thankfully, he drops really fast. His health pool's not too high because he's here in section 1. But yeah, had I missed a parry, that could have gone nasty. Next year, I have the Super Scroll on Hazard Shift. I will be quaking him. Quake's pretty awesome because you can ignore most annoying defenders' abilities. So I do have to turn on suicides. So I usually do half suicides. Sometimes I'll do full. Just depends on the matchup and how big the health pool is. Honestly, if I could go back and do this fight again, I might have turned on full suicides. But yeah, especially as we get closer to rank 5, 6 stars, Quake is still very, very viable. But I don't know. It's just quaking is a high pressure situation, so you want to get that fight done as quickly as you can. So I did half suicides and I did coagulate to help make up for some of that bleed. And I threw on a regeneration boost, making sure I pick a good song. I always listen to music. A regen boost to help make up for the bleed damage, and in case I got whacked off or if I got hit in the beginning, it'll help me to recover some of that health. So Super Scroll is one of those kind of awkward defenders to Quake. He just has kind of weird animations. You pray that he doesn't throw a heavy, because if he throws a heavy, you're definitely getting pummeled in the face. So like I said, I don't Quake nearly as much as I used to, so I didn't speed this one up just because it just felt weird. I don't know. I think I practiced one duel before this, but I don't like to practice too many duels because then your thumb gets tired and it's kind of a weird thing. But anyway, I don't know, just never felt fully comfortable in this Quake fight. Obviously it worked out, but in this node especially, if you drop your heavy, you have a chance to be inflicted with poison or incinerate, and if that happens, then Super Scroll gets whatever that node's called, starts with an S, something in German, where he hits like 280% harder. So yeah, if I would have dropped, I think I actually do drop a heavy here, but if I dropped a heavy, got a poison on me, and then he hit me, I'd probably be dead in a 5-hit combo. So knowing that, you're like, all right, just don't associate there. I dropped my heavy. If I would have gotten a poison on me, I wouldn't have died, but if he would have hit me right after that, I would have been dead. So yeah, just I don't know, just quaking's weird. Just sometimes the game is laggy and whatnot, and it just doesn't make you feel all warm and fuzzy. Anyway, so he goes down here pretty quick. I wanted to make sure I didn't drop my heavy more times than I needed to. I could have probably done it one more time, but I just didn't want to chance it. So that went well. Next up, I'm in section 2. I have 2 Quake fights. I have Cersei, who's actually a rank 4 defender. A lot of people have been sending her to rank 4 because she's really annoying, and her and Storm Pyramid X, which is who I have second on this lane, they both can be very annoying on this lane if you don't play it properly. So thankfully with Quake, she doesn't cause Cersei or Storm to gain any buffs. They only gain buffs when actually making contact with them. So Storm gets prowess buffs, and then Cersei gets regeneration buffs and something else. I can't remember what it's called. Some weird name of the buff. So Cersei has a pretty low health pool. She's a pretty easy Quakeable defender. Her animations are pretty straightforward, so I felt pretty comfortable in this fight. Once again, if I could go back and do it again, I would probably turn on full suicides because it would make the fight go faster. And with willpower, I always forget that willpower gives you helps you recover from that poison, because I just read on the mastery setup that you take 0.6 or 0.06 or whatever damage per second, and I don't like that. I had to move into my garage. I'm recording right now, and my neighbor started using his hedge trimmer, so you probably heard that. I was like, really? Come on, dude. Don't be a dick. Anyway, okay, so, yeah, he's a dick for trimming his bushes. I said that. Yeah, Cersei goes down here pretty quick, pretty easy. Very straightforward. Like I said, Quake fights are usually boring, so I speed them up. Nothing went wrong here, and I was getting power the whole time because I had my precision buff. So worst case scenario, if she did hit me or if she got power, I could always drop that special 3. But you really don't want to, because then she get more buffs and then she get power and then they get ugly. So next up is a Storm Pyramid X. I wasn't sure how she got buffs. I was kind of thrown off. I was thinking about her prowess buffs, and I was like, I wonder if she starts with the prowess buff. So I kind of started to psych myself out. So I don't know if I recorded it or not. I don't think I did, but actually I did. So I started looking at her abilities, and I read, and I was just trying to make sure that she didn't start off with prowess, because if she did, then obviously she would be gaining power and Quake would not work, and that would get ugly very fast. So I decided to just read just to make sure, and I didn't see anything there, so it seemed fine. My gray boost wore off, so I was trying to decide what to do here. I was like, all right, power start 1's not going to do me any good. So I went ahead and decided just to pop on another regen boost, which I've been using more and more, especially with Quake, because the gray boosts have kind of thinned out because there's no more compensation. So yeah, this fight's pretty straightforward. Storm Pyramid X is a very low health pool. She hits very hard, so you don't want to get hit. But her health pool is very low, so not hard. She's a very Quakeable defender. Nothing crazy. It's just very straightforward. Very easy animations. Her little storm rod there kind of throws you off just a hair, but overall it's pretty good. So yeah, this quaking will be over very soon, and then I'll be on to my next fight. So I'll be right back. Okay, so my last fight is on this little mini fight. It's a Silver Surfer. It has the node where you falter I think it's after a buff expires after 4 seconds, which Surfer gets a lot of buffs. If you don't land a special attack or a heavy attack, I think it is, you get faltered for 4 seconds, and if you do, then he gets faltered. But it also has power reserve, so he'll be throwing specials at 50% less cost, so he'll be throwing them like crazy. So you do have to be careful. Surfer can be a bit of a weird defender, and he has a high health pool because this is a rank 4, so he has like 250,000 health. With Archangel, I should be able to drop him pretty quick as long as RNG goes my way. So I did throw an invulnerability boost here, which I was glad I did in the end, because I don't know, the fight does get a little weird. I left my suicides on. Probably wasn't the best choice. I don't know, I was just debating. I was like, it'd be nice to get that extra power, but I think I only had, I don't know, it just wasn't my best choice. If I could go back, I would probably turn them off. But here he's going down pretty quick. I missed a parry there, and then I got a parry there. But now I'm starting to think, okay, so he's got a lot of buffs. They're probably wearing off here and there. You know, am I going to be faltered? Last thing I want to do is parry with Archangel and then be faltered. So there, actually, I should have thrown my heavy. I waited because I saw the approaching falter, and that kind of scared me. But anyway, I go ahead and do this. He's falling pretty quick, but then I think at this special 2, I don't like his special 2s.
You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. What?
That's kind of how I felt with the with getting whacked there. But I saw a special 2. I don't like really baiting it. So I kind of just, I don't know, froze for a second, and then he got me. And here I'm like, okay, this fight really needs to end. And I'm worried about me getting faltered as well, so I parry, and I did a heavy. It looked like it was fine. And yeah, so he drops here. Actually, I was faltered there, so yeah, it's just, I don't know. This node's kind of weird. It's tough. I think about my Alliance Mate chat taking Mordo there, and that would be awful. So yeah, so he goes down, and that's my last fight. So we had this war in pretty good control. We did end up winning it. We had, I think it was 6 deaths, which was probably too many. Our battle group had, I think, 3 or 4. Our battle group's been giving up some easy deaths, but overall still a good solid effort. Netfli, a great job. Congrats to the MVPs. FinTech is killing it, as is Bruce Lee. So yeah, thanks for watching. Netfli, great war. Hope to see you guys in Masters at the end of the season, and I appreciate you watching. Thanks, guys. See you next time.